I'm just so fucking depressed, I just can't seem to get out this slump. I took my bruises, took my lumps, fell down and I got right back up. But I need that spark to get psyched back up. My shoes just to see what it's like to be me. Think I'm starting to lose my sense of humor. Everything's so tense and gloom.
Home is where the heart is. Or so they say. There really is no place like home. I grew up here in the southern region of South Australia. My education, my friends, my hangouts were all 10 to 15 minutes bike ride or walk from home. Not every single one of these were wholesome, great memories, but this was my life. The longest trips that I ever went on were visits to the hospital for my diabetes on the outskirts of the city and regularly to my grandparents' house. What they never tell you is however your heart feels when your mind has been hurt, your entire world changes. Even your happy place, your home. I remember that day flying back into Adelaide, seeing my parents and sister at the airport, embracing everyone, and then making the journey back home. Wow, home. I felt a deep warmth within, a feeling of familiarity. However, a couple of things were missing. Firstly, my girlfriend at the time, who I wished was by my side. And there was a second thing, something that I couldn't quite put my finger on at the time. You're expecting, just because of a few pretty pictures at the start of this video, I was going to go away? That I was going to be just dumped on the side of the road like nothing? I starred in Nick's life. I have starred in his life. I took him to the brink. I took him to the brink. Well, speaking of that, here's the last video in the series. See, I told you. See, what did I tell you? The apology that I sent in the last video? Yeah. You might not have seen me, but I starred in it. So, people, I wasn't going to go anywhere. Wait. Where is that? I sense something. I sense a weakness. I need to find it. I need to consume it. Where is it? Where are you? Where? It's you out there, isn't it? It's that one person out there watching this. Let me in. Let me into your mind! Let me in! Guys, I apologise for that monstrous character you just had to encounter. He does pop into my channel from time to time. He is the representation of the monster that lies within me, that a lot of people out there in society deal with on a day-to-day basis. He is my depression. Guys, when I was up in Toowoomba, I closed my mind off to what a great little place I was living in. My depression, that monster you saw before, it grabbed hold of me and blocked out the world. It put up a strong wall, basically blocking everything out. When you go out in society and you hear the noises out in the world, you're part of the moment, right? But these noises were in the distant background. Literally, I was not paying attention to things that were going on around me. There were some great things up in Toowoomba that I did not appreciate. Like the little service station in town that actually gave you curbside assistance in 2010. It was an amazing experience to have someone come out, fill up your car, telling you to go back and sit in your car, he'll take care of it, and then you just pay him. Even the apartment that we lived in, it was quite nice. I did actually love the apartment. It was quite spacious, very open living. A lot bigger actually than the place that I'm living in right now. And lastly, some of the people I met up there were just beautiful, beautiful people. From people within my ex's family to people I used to work with. There was always like this burst of fire inside of me. So I would speak to these people and obviously still be my nice self, but not really extend the olive branch, not really be 100% of a friend, because I didn't want to be there. The demon inside me didn't want to be there at the time. And I apologise for that deeply. I know just how wrong I was. In fact, guys, I had a horrible life motto at the time. I may be forced to be here, but I don't have to like it. That is a horrible life motto to live by. Funnily enough, life's timing and everything, by the end of my time up in Toowoomba, a lifesaver really truly came into my life. And it was my ex's brother. He actually listened to me. He actually sided with me with some things that were going on up there. He was nearly like a relationship counsellor. And we spent a lot of time together. But as my story will tell you guys in the future, I really think I shattered that bond with that man. With this little fella right here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oof. Oof, what a creepy bastard, hey? What a creepy bastard. Okay, guys. Now we're going to read a little excerpt from my book, The Deep and Depressive Mind. Enjoy the story. Ever since I was a child, I had a creative spark. I used to love what I do day in and day out with my work. I was allowed to use my creativity a little bit in my professional life, but never as much as I wanted. Making displays for the public, using what we had in a creative way to get people to notice. The job once fed that spark that lies deep within me. Over the years, this spark has been trodden on and extinguished. Everything is done to an exact plan now, and I don't have a creative outlet anymore. At times I get frustrated, even getting knots in my stomach, because I have skills that just have to stay locked away in my mind for the future. Writing this book gives me a great release of creativity and gives me a great feeling of personal accomplishment. Tanya and I were working hard on getting to our moving target. We even went back to talking falling asleep on the phone, which at times did put a little dent in the savings. We would chat about our weekends and going out with our mates. Both of us agreed that we would easily give up those times to be together again. Those words couldn't have been truer than when I was reunited with one of my workmates. Once again, I managed to get back onto working days. During this time, an old manager I used to work with was visiting the workplace. We got along. We had the same goals for the business. These seemed to be all pluses. I chose to transfer and help out an old mate. I wanted to get things running that little bit better for him. After all, he knew what I was going through up in Queensland. We chatted a few times at length about my depression and about coming back and working for him. I definitely could trust this guy. He was one of the good ones. I couldn't be wrong, could I? And there we go, guys. I'm going to leave it right there with my book, The Deep and Depressive Mind. Please, guys, if you're struggling out there, or if you want to feel like, you're not going through stuff alone, by all means, please pick up a copy of my book on Amazon. Still out there. Pick up a copy of my book. See the ride that I go on with my mental illness, because I talk about a lot of stuff in there. Have a look at my previous episode I did probably about 4 years ago. It's probably why it took so long to get back into the series, where I talked about my attempted suicide. It was a horrible retelling of a bad, bad moment in my life. Alright guys, we are just about done here with this video today. Remember guys, I do still have my competition running, where I want to get to 1,000 subscribers within the next 50 videos, and I will be giving away, with that first YouTube paycheck, a game of your choice, because there is a lot of gamers out there, and of course I do have a Twitch channel, link in the below, as well as my book. How many times can I mention the book? I don't know. The book, my book, right here, this book. Alright, stop shilling, Nick, you bloody bastard. Alright, like I was saying, there is an Easter egg in this video, somewhere in this room. If you can tell me what that Easter egg is throughout the next 50 videos, you will go into a draw and we will have a live stream. You will get a game of your choice at that time. Just for you out there, you bloody legends, alright? Okay guys, you stay bloody legendary, alright? Now guys, for the next video, I don't know if the Easter egg will be in there. I will be leaving a little message on the screen if it is not, because it is going to be an opinion piece. And oh boy, you guys know when I do an opinion piece, I like to have a bit of fun. I like to get snarky. I may even like to get a little bit bitchy. Stay tuned for that video, guys. Remember, click that subscribe button. I love you for it. I love you for all the support out there, alright? Keep fighting the good fight, alright? Don't let this monster, don't let this bastard beat you, okay? Catch you again soon. What's the word? He is the, not perception, he is... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Oof. I closed my mind off.